Hey everyone, welcome back to another World of Warcraft Dragonflight Alpha video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the new talent tree for Feral Druid. If you haven't seen my first Druid video for Guardian, be sure to go check that out because I look at the class side of the talent tree in depth in that video, and I'll be skipping that step in this video just in the interest of saving some time. We're going to be taking a look at the talent tree and trying to just kind of get a feel for what's in the talent tree, and we're going to make a build centered around trying to do open world content, questing, leveling, world quest grinding, and that kind of stuff. So before we get started, I want to let you guys know, please let me know via likes, comments, etc. whether or not you're enjoying the series and you want to see more content from me here on the channel beyond the alpha for WoW Dragonflight. I really am using these videos to kind of gauge the level of interest in that and to decide whether or not, I want to continue to make videos after the alpha or whether I just kind of want to do these videos and then call it good. So be sure to speak up and let me know. All right, so we are spec'd Feral. If we go over to talents, it looks like we are getting Rake and Thrash as our abilities here without investing any talent points. We're going to hop into our spell book and just take a look at what we have already in here. So we do have Bark Skin as a defensive we can use. We've got our Dash. We've got Entangling Roots. We've got Ferocious Bite as our cat form damage finisher. We've got Growl. We've got Mangle for bear form. We have Mark of the Wild, Moonfire, which I'm not sure if we end up using in cat form or not. We'll have to see what sort of talents they gave us. We've got Prowl, Rake for our cat form. We got Rebirth, Regrowth. Got Shred for cat form. We've got Thrash for cat form and also bear form. And then we have Wrath. In the Feral section, we just have some passives here. So Feline Adept, Soothe and Remove Corruption are usable in cast form. Who cares? Okay. Feral Instincts, so reduces the chance enemies have to detect you while Prowl is active. And then we also have Razor Claws, increase the damage done by your cat form bleed abilities and finishing moves. There's a good point to say that as we go through this, I'm not going to be going into each and every ability in detail. I'm going to assume you have some working knowledge of Feral Druid and mostly stop on things that I need a refresher for or things that look pretty new. We'll save the in-depth stuff for guide videos and such in the future. All right, so we're going to jump in. Having looked in this tree, in the Guardian tree, I'm thinking, first we need to decide what we want to do. We're going to go heavy on cat for sure. And then we can either go kind of like bear, potentially, if we want to pull multiple targets. Or we could go potentially resto if we want to get some additional healing. But either way, I'm thinking that we're going to go either into like a bear form sub-spec or resto in order to give ourselves some more survivability. But that being said, we are definitely going to just like go full force into cat form here for sure. I think, we could do Frenzy Regeneration into bear form. We've got 2 points that we need to spend here. So we could do like Rejuve into Swiftmin, and then when we have like a regrowth, we could Swiftmin pop. It'll pull us out of cat form, but it'll give us a nice big chunky instant heal. We could get Frenzy Regeneration, which requires us switching over to bear form. And then that would let us increase the duration of Bark Skin. Just kind of depends on what we want to do here. I think like maybe we want to just pick up Iron Fur because then we can get into some damage reduction here. And get into Stampeding Roar for a low amount of points. So I'm thinking Iron Fur. And if we're going to kind of pick that up anyway, then we're probably just going to end up on the bear side of things here. All right, so we're going to pick up the rest of the cat form stuff here. We're going to get damage reduction. We're going to get Tiger Dash. I don't know if we want to do the Bark Skin or Survival Instincts a bit here. But we do definitely want to go down the middle for sure. So we have 2 points left at this point. I think maybe we just put a point here in improved bark skin and one in endurance. All right, so from here, we want to go to Lykara's teaching. So this is going to give us increased critical strike, 6% critical strike in cat form, versatility in bear form. Then we're going to pick up renewal for the heal. We're going to pick up Heart of the Wild so that when we do switch over to a form that's not our normal one, we can empower it. Specifically here, bear form. We'll get additional stamina. And then multiple uses of Iron Fur can overlap, and Frenzy Regeneration will have 2 charges. So after this, I think we want to go in and get our Mighty Bash stun. So that's going to do it for our class side of the tree. So we did pick up Rip and Maim, which we should have here. We picked up Stampeding Roar. We also picked up Renewal, picked up Heart of the Wild. We got our Skull Bash, and then for bear form, which we do want to switch to real quick. Okay, good. We got our Stampeding Roar, Frenzy Regeneration, and Iron Fur. Okay. Did we have swipe and I missed it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, so we also have swipe, cat form, and bear form. All right, so let's get into the talent tree over here for Feral. We're going to go through and we're going to look at our active abilities first, which are the ones in the boxes here. Then we're going to look at the choices we have, which are the boxes with the arrows. And then finally, we'll look at the passives, the little circle nodes, as we kind of go through and build out our tree. So it looks like here at the top, we're going to start with Tiger's Fury, 30-second cooldown. It gives us energy, increases the damage of all our attacks as well, and lasts for 10 seconds. So this is a nice little like steroid pump that we can get. Moving down, we've got the Berserk thing again that we saw in the Guardian tree. So we're going to have a couple of Berserk options, and basically we can pop Berserk to get all the options combined together. So this one gives our finishing move a 20% per chance per combo point, 20% chance per combo point to refund combo points. We've got another one here, Jungle Stalker. Rake and Shred deal damage as though you were stealth, and allows the use of Prowl once while in combat. That's kind of cool. And over here we have Frenzy. Causes your combo point generating abilities to bleed the target for an additional amount over 8 seconds. And it includes a passive. Combo point generating abilities reduce the cooldown of Berserk by 0.3 seconds. Interesting. Okay, we've got Primal Wrath. So this applies Rip in an AoE. So this is kind of our AoE bleed. It's going to deal damage to all enemies, and then apply our Rip, which is our finishing move bleed. So that's a replacement for that. Pretty cool build with the Primal Wrath like AoE bleed combo. We have Brutal Slash. This strikes all nearby enemies, dealing physical damage. Awards a combo point and has 3 charges. We have Savage Roar, so this is going to be a finisher that increases our damage and energy regen in cat form. Survival Instincts, big damage reduction cooldown we can push. And then we've got Adaptive Swarm, so the swarm will heal or deal shadow damage over 12 seconds to the target, and increase the effectiveness of your periodic effects on them by 25%. When it expires, it finds a new target, and can alternate between friend and foe up to 3 times. Okay, then for choices, we have right here, we have a choice between Sabertooth. Ferocious Bite deals increased damage and increases the duration of Rip on your target by 1 second per combo spent. Predator reduces the cooldown of, the cooldown of Tiger's Fury resets when a target dies with one of your bleeds active, and Tiger's Fury lasts an additional 5 seconds. Generally speaking, I like this one for open world content because we're going to be killing targets fairly regularly, which means we can have Tiger's Fury up like all the time. Down here, we have a choice between Blood Talons. When you use 3 different combo point generating abilities within 4 seconds, the damage of your next 2 rips or ferocious bites is increased by 30%. I enjoy this build, the Blood Talons build. I don't know if that's what we're going to make here today, but I do like it, so I'll be interested to try that out eventually. Or we can get a new active here with Feral Frenzy, 45 seconds on the cooldown. Unleash a Frenzy, clawing your target 5 times for a bunch of damage and a huge additional bleed over 6 seconds. That's a pretty insane amount of bleed. All right, then we have a choice here between Convoke the Spirits or the big souped-up cat form. Then over here, we have a choice between Rip. Damage has a chance to make your next ferocious bite free and deal the maximum damage. Oh, regardless of combo points. That's neat. Or Drought of Deep Focus. Or Draught, whatever. When Moonfire, Rake, Rip, or Rejuvenation are active on a single target, their effects are increased. Ooh, that's spicy. Okay, so in conclusion on these active abilities and choices, I have no idea. There's lots of good stuff all over the tree. I'm sure there's some specific builds that we can get into, but usually what we do here is we start out with a generic sort of build. So we're going to have to go in and look at the passives and figure out where we want to go. So Tiger's Fury generates an additional 10 energy. I do 100% want to get into this Tiger's Fury, use it all the time kind of scenario here, so... we're going to definitely... Wow, that's 30 additional energy. So 50 energy. Okay. That might be excessive. Let's see what else we have. Omen of Clarity, we have to get. So your auto attacks have a chance to cause a clear casting state, making your next Shred, Thrash, or Swipe cost no energy. Over here, we could put 3 points into increasing our maximum energy by 60. That's insane. Okay. While Stealth, Shred generates an additional combo points. Each enemy hit with Thrash reduces the cost of Swipe by 3 energy for the next 6 seconds. We've got our Tiger's Fury. I really don't know now. Okay. While Stealth, Rake will also stun the target for 4 seconds and deal 60% increased damage. While Stealth, Shred deals 60% increased damage and has double the chance to critically strike. So the like stealth opener from Cat in open world content is super important. You basically go around and just like single target, single target, single target. Shred and Swipe deal increased damage against bleeding targets. Man, this is all good. I really don't know like what direction to go here. So let's continue on. Both trees give us access to Relentlessness, but then we have to choose whether we're going kind of left or right here. Finishing moves have a chance per combo point spent to make your next Rake or Shred deal damage as though you were stealthed. Okay. Moonfire is usable in cat form, costs 30 energy and generates 1 combo point. I never really liked that. Omen of Clarity now triggers 50% more often. Yeah, we're going to want that. Ferocious Bite deals increased damage for bleeds, so we got like bleeds going on. This is bleeds, this is stealth. It's kind of what I'm getting the feel of here. Finishing moves have a chance per combo point to make your next Regrowth or Entangling Roots free and castable in all forms. That's super important for survivability in Cat. So I'm starting to lean left. Rake causes an effective wound, reducing the movement speed. That's not really a big deal. Let's see. Tiger's Fury causes your next 2 finishing moves to restore 2 combo points. That's cool if you're going the Tiger's Fury build. Tiger's Fury damage bonus is increased by 3%, 6%. Okay. Clear cast abilities generate 30% of their energy cost, and your maximum energy is increased by 0. It's weird. What else do we have? Your finishing moves grant 5 energy per combo point and deal increased damage into your damage over time effects. Deal their damage in 25% less time, and your heal. Yep, that's good too. Okay, and then Adaptive Swarm has a 60% chance to split into 2 swarms each time it jumps. I feel like Adaptive Swarm is just not... It might be good. I'd have to test and see like how well it works from enemy to enemy. Okay, so I'm starting to just kind of like lean left, I think. There's a lot of stuff over here in left that's important. So let's go for Shred. Rip into this. We got 3 points. And I'm thinking that we really want to do like just max energy. Let's go there, there, there. Gonna go here. I guess we're going Primal Wrath. And then we'll go into Predatory Swiftness. I don't care about this. So now we do have 5 points, so we can go back and do like the Tiger's Fury thing here. Let's go for this one for sure. Right, so Tiger's Fury reset. And then we could go into the bleeding target stuff. But we've only got 4 points. So let's pump up Tiger's Fury. And then I think from here... Maybe we do just... Do we make Moonfire? I don't want to make Moonfire usable in cat form. Shred and Swipe deal increased damage against bleeding targets. I don't know. We'll do Scintiblood for now. I like putting clean points in. I mean, we're not min-maxing this too hard yet. Alright, so Tiger's Fury damage and bonus can be increased. And then here we have Blood Talents or we have Feral Frenzy. I mean, I feel like Feral Frenzy is really good. I mean, 45-second cooldown, right? Which is, you know, you can use that pretty much every pull, every other pull. Something like that, depending on how many enemies you're pulling at a time. It deals a buttload of damage in bleed over 6 seconds, which is a nice short duration, and gives you 5 combo points. I mean, Blood Talents is also good, because you should end up shredding the target from stealth, then raking them, and then throwing a like Thrash, most likely. That's 3 combo point generating abilities. You probably have enough at that point to make your next 2 Rips or Ferocious Bite deal increased damage. But I like getting that in combination with the bleeds. This one. Your damage over time effects deal their damage in 25% less time. Ugh. If we put that... I don't think we can get there. Yeah, we can't get there right now. That's probably an additional thing we can do once we get some more points to put in. So I think for now, we'll grab that. We'll grab the Jungle Stalker. We'll grab Feral Frenzy. And let's grab Adaptive Swarm. We can check it out. Alright, so Tiger's Fury. We're basically going to use that all the time now. We did get Adaptive Swarm. We've got Berserk. We can't pull that out. I guess we got to pull it from our spell book. We did get Primal Wrath, which is good for AoE. And that's pretty much it. So we'll have to pull Berserk out. Or not. Is Berserk not... I don't see Berserk in our spell book, and I mean it has been a castable ability, so maybe it's just bugged, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, so with this build, like I said, we're basically going to do the typical cat stuff, right? Shred from stealth, dealing damage. Now we're going to get additional combo points from doing that. We're going to rip the target to bleed. So that should be 3 combo points. Right? Then we're going to want to thrash to stack another bleed and generate another combo point. And let's see here. Got swipe. And then basically at that point, we want to rip to bleed the target and then repeat that cycle. We probably won't swipe. We'll probably just shred again. But then we'll repeat that cycle to cast Ferocious Bite. Right. So just gonna run up, shred, rip, thrash, put our rake, and then we'll go back. I always get rip and rake confused, like the names of them. So let's get out of combat. Okay, so we're out. Let's let our little buff fade away. There we go. Okay. So again, we're gonna shred, rake, thrash, rip. We're gonna go back into shred, essentially, until we build up enough combo points to Ferocious Bite. And the target's probably dead. You can throw like another thrash in there if you want, instead of a shred, right? On that second rotation. So come in, shred, rake, thrash. Shred, rake, thrash, actually. My combo points off there? What's going on there? Let's get rid of these combo points. Okay. Alright. Let's try this again. I think we actually might want to thrash. Is the thing still bleeding? It's still bleeding. Oh, is it bugged? Oh, we're getting disconnected. That's what it was. I was like, what is going on here? Okay, cool. It's not down. I just got disconnected. Good. That means we can finish the video. So I'm thinking we actually just want to do a couple thrash stacks initially. Instead of shredding. Alright, let's try this again. Right, so from stealth, we're going to... Oh. Hold up. Looks like we got rolled back a little bit to before I rearrange stuff here. Alright, so rip, shred, thrash, ferocious bite, rip, skull bash goes up here. Won't really use main, that's all our AoE stuff, so basically that's not really using wrath. I think we did get the castable. No, we didn't. Okay, so I don't care about Moonfire. I don't care about Wrath. We have our Adaptive Swarm. We've got our Tiger's Fury. We won't be able to test on the dummies. Like, we won't be able to test the reset, but we can test it in general. Okay, so like I was saying, come up, shred, rake, thrash. That gave us 5 points into a rip, right? So then here we can thrash. Okay, does ours... Okay, it does not stack. Okay, cool. So unlike bear form, it doesn't stack. So, yeah. My bad. So we do not want to thrash. We just want to thrash that one time. So it'll be shred, rake. We got 5 points, so we might as well rip. We'll thrash. And then we'll basically just shred our way back up to 5 combo points into a ferocious bite. And then we'll repeat that into a Ferocious Bite. The only thing is we will make sure that we keep our Rake and Rip up at all times. Pretty straightforward. And then basically for Tiger's Fury, it just kind of depends. Like if you want to pop it, you probably want to pop it like right away. We wouldn't pop it on this initial pull, but consider that by the time we get to the Ferocious Bite, the target's going to die, right? So we go Shred, Rake, Thrash, Rip, and then we're building back up. Combo points, you can see our energy's going down quite a bit. We Ferocious Bite, and then we would, the target's dead, and we Tiger's Bite to kind of regen the energy for the next target. Right? That's kind of the goal there. That's pretty much it. We have Adaptive Swarm, which we can throw out. 25-second cooldown. Like I said, we got to see how this works. But this is a pretty straightforward. Like, there's nothing too crazy going on. We didn't pick up like the weird stuff like Blood Talons. You know, we didn't pick up some of the like bleed increasing stuff. It's a pretty straightforward, like kind of what I would call standard cat build. So based on my previous experience, I mean, this build will work fantastically. Yep, and then we mainly want to use our clear casting on regrowth in order to keep ourselves healed, like when we get it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's Feral Druid. That's the build. Like I said, we'll be taking all the specializations out in a future video to test them out in open world content, actually get a feel for how they're doing in terms of damage and whether there's like a bunch of extra abilities we don't want or need, or you know, if we need to make tweaks and stuff. So this build is just kind of like my first go at just throwing something together, and we'll see how it does. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the build, and if you're liking the series of videos. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll catch you on the next video.